My name is Truong. I'm a lead pharmacist in the division of Orange Book. And today I'll be talking to you about the how the Orange Book listings are added, updated, and maintained, basically like our workflow. Objective is, by the end of the session, is to understand workflow behind the Orange Book entries, describe common updated triggers like supplements, patents, exclusivities, therapeutic equivalents, ownerships, marketing status, and etc. Understand the Orange Book publication cadence, where we have daily, bi-monthly, monthly, and our annual to view data changes and know how and where to request these updates. So just a bit background about the Orange Book. The Orange Book was distributed as a proposal in January 1979. It included only currently marketed prescription drugs, products approved by the agency through the new drug applications and the abbreviated drug applications under the provisions of sections 505 of the FD&C and DOBPRA's regulation at that time. In 1980, FDA published its final rule, therapeutic equivalent drugs, availability of lists and amendments under 21 CFR 20.117, and simultaneously published the first annual edition of the approved prescription drug products with therapeutic equivalence evaluation, otherwise known as the Orange Book. And then in 1984, we have first time written into statute under FD&C Act amended to require the FDA to publish and regulate updates in the Orange Book. 1985, the sixth edition of the Orange Book, we provided the discontinued drug products designation by characterizing by a special symbol. And then in 1987, in the seventh edition of the Orange Book, we added the discontinuation section. In addition to that, we have the Orange Book list of OTC drug products that has been approved in NDAs and ANDAs. And finally, we also included the first patent and exclusivity information addendum. And currently in 2026, we published our 46th edition of the Orange Book in mid-January. So on this screen, this is our snapshot of the Orange Book, and I'm using ibuprofen as an example. Why this matters to industry: product listing provides important information to prescribers, pharmacists, and other parties. It basically shows you the marketing status. For instance, for this one is our prescription drugs, OTCs, and discontinued, approved product, proprietary name, drug formulations, route, and strength, therapeutic code, whether the drug is designated as a reference listed drug or reference standard designation, current applicant holder, which can change over time, example, because of transfers or mergers. And new line listings are generally added to the active section under the approved prescription or OTC unless DOBPRA is notified before publication that a product will not be marketed within 180 days of approval as consistent with the 506I(b). If a product will not be marketed at any time, a timely notification from the applicant holder can keep it out of the active section update cycle. Note that drugs that are not in the Orange Books are tentative approved drugs, OTC monograph drugs that are not approved under NDAs or ANDAs, drug marketed under biologics, BLAs, or approved drugs that are discontinued market prior to 1987. So where does the Orange Book data come from? It comes from new drug product line listings, like from the original approvals, 505B, NDAs or 505Js, ANDAs, certain types of supplements, therapeutic equivalent evaluations, reference listed drugs, and reference standard designation. It also comes from patent submission and exclusivities. And also, we also have updates to like safeties and effectiveness determinations for discontinued drug products. And finally, revisions to the listing information may come from marketing status notification 506Is, and ownership changes and name changes, which you can reference in 21 CFR 314.72. Patents of exclusivity, what gets listed and how it's listed. NDA holder submits the patent information through Form FDA 3542. And then DOBPRA reviews it for technical completeness as a ministerial role. We recommend you use the most current form that is found on the FDA form website because that form gets updated. Orange Book records will record the patent fields under patent number, expiry dates, drug substance, drug product, patent use code, otherwise known as MOU. We also have patent submission dates and delisting request flags where applicable. As for marketing exclusivity, the Orange Book is the official reference for information about marketing exclusivity periods associated with the listed drug. We would like to note that recently we published the new clinical investigation exclusivity, otherwise known as the 3-year exclusivity for drug products, questions and answered, and that's dated in March 2026. How this information is disseminated, patent listings are published in the Orange Book daily. Available changes are also made in the monthly CS files and annual editions as of December 31st, and you can find that in the patent text and exclusivity text download. So marketing status changes, how products gets moved to the discontinued section. This gets moved by the applicant 506I notifications to the agency withdrawal, acknowledgement letter, correspondence like control correspondence. Marketing status notifications are under section 506I of the FTNC Act. DOBPRA may also move products to the discontinued section based on DOBPRA's marketing awareness. For example, annual reports or sponsors' email correspondence. For non-marketing drug products that are in the discontinued section, DOBPRA requests the sponsor to provide a request as soon as possible to ensure a timely publication. Discontinued products do not carry reference standard, designation, or therapeutic codes in the Orange Book. As a reminder, for 506I, application holders must notify DOBPRA about withdrawing from sale, generally 180 days prior or by withdrawal date if practicable, and about products not available within 180 days of approval. So how often does DOBPRA update the Orange Book, and what are the cadence in each of these time? So daily website updates focus on newly approved generics and patent listing posting. Since February 2005, DOBPRA has provided daily electronic Orange Book product information for new generic approvals to keep substitution relevant information current. Updates are posted in the afternoon on a regular business days, Eastern Standard Time. In addition to that, we have our semi-monthly website update, which is the broader maintenance changes. Typically on a Monday, DOBPRA updates additional Orange Book website information, including things like drug approvals, ownership changes, marketing status updates, exclusivities, and various types of changes to drug listing information, as I mentioned prior. In addition to that, we have our monthly cumulative supplements, which is a monthly data file refresh. That includes monthly data file updates, monthly website updates, and monthly print updates, otherwise known as the cumulative supplements, generally occurring at the end of the second week of the month and reflects all changes that occur in the prior month. DOBPRA also notes the Orange Book downloadable data files are updated monthly. In addition to the monthly, we have our addition and deletion pages as change log. DOBPRA publishes a monthly list of the new additions and deletions to the prescription and OTC drug product lists as a data file, but not as the full cumulative listing, and is instruct users to use this alongside the most current cumulative supplements and Orange Book. The page explains symbols like the addition or deletion or the @ or exclamation symbols for certain non-marketing status. And then we have our annual edition, which the Orange Book prints annually to incorporate new approvals and other appropriate data changes as part of DOBPRA's continuing update cycle. It includes Orange Book preface, drug product lists, addendums, and appendices. Sorry. mess over that. So here is our landing page for the Orange Book. And if you click on the Search Orange Book database, you'll come to this is where you can search the information for the drug product, the applicant holder, dosage form, and so forth. But I would like to point to you right in between the search for route and administration and patent. There's a little excerpt in there that says to download the Orange Book product information into a spreadsheet that can be searched by additional field. You would click on that instruction link and it'll show you how you can download that information for your own use. And if we go back to our landing page, if you look down to the bottom, it says additional Orange Book resource. And if you click on that, this is where you would find the Orange Book data files that are in compressed zip files. And once you download that, you'll get our product text listing, which includes the ingredients, dosage form, route, strength, trade name, applicant, NDA, ANDA, product number, T code, approval dates, reference listed drug, reference standard, in downloads and search output. And for products that have applicable unexpired patents or exclusivity, in the patent text, you get our patent number, expiry dates, drug substance, drug product flags, use codes, submission dates, delist request flags. And for exclusivity, we'll get the exclusivity codes, exclusivity expiration dates, links to NDAs and ANDAs plus product number. And to help you understand sort of our workflow and maybe guide you in answering some of your questions, we post. You can ask yourself, is it a timing issue, meaning you might want to check the daily posting versus the monthly cumulative supplement data files and the CS monthly label to find if your products are updated or not. And then is it a field that requires an application action prior to being updated? Example, the proprietary name change generally require like an approval supplement. So if your supplement that for proprietary name change has not been approved, of course, we won't update that until we get that information. Is it a marketing status change where you would have to confirm if you would have to submit the 506I notification to us in order for us to take action? And then is it a potential discrepancy? So for example, do you see a different proprietary name or an applicant's holder name not updated? Yeah, you can report that to our Orange Book email with the specific information like the application number, the product number, and expected versus the observed discrepancy that you see. So on to my first challenge question, which scenarios most directly results in the product being moved to the discontinued drug product lists? A, FDA approves a label supplement for the product. B, the applicant notifies DOBPRA that the product is not marketed. C, a new patent is submitted on form FDA 3542. And D, the product receives a TE code. So if you answered B, that is correct. The Orange Book preface explains the products are generally added to the discontinued list when the applicant notifies DOBPRA of not marketing status and may also be moved via annual report or other actions. My second question is, which information has been provided as a daily electronic Orange Book update since February 2005? The A, is it the annual edition appendices A, B, C? New generic drug approvals, all line listing changes, including ownership and therapeutic codes, monthly cumulative supplements. So if you answered B, new generic drug, that is correct, as I mentioned in my prior slides. And then my last challenge question is, DOBPRA generally acts on requests to change a proprietary brand name in the Orange Book only after A, citizen petition is submitted, B, the applicant updates his website and label, the agency approves a supplement for the proprietary name change, and the next annual edition is published. So if you answer C, as I mentioned before, the Orange Book product information for new generic approval has been provided. We only make the change once the supplement is approved. And some key takeaways is that DOBPRA relies on different sources to update the information provided in the Orange Book. Examples like agency's approval action letters or applicant notifications. Depending on the type of data or publication is updated. Our publication is updated daily, bi-monthly, monthly, and annually. And we advise folks to be proactive by keeping DOBPRA informed of marketing status and ownership changes. And here is some links, as I mentioned in my prior slides, that are useful for you guys. And just like to acknowledge our Orange Book staff and management on the incredible work that we do in providing, keeping up with the integrity and accuracy of the Orange Book information. Thank you. And I think we're going to move along to it.